Welcome, welcome in today's lesson. We'll consider our lesson one with the topic computer fundamentals. We are going to look at some of the fundamental issues in computer science. Okay, so in this lesson, we will learn about different definitions of computer science, how it processes information, and then we'll look at computer characteristics. Okay, so definitions of computer science. The word computer comes from the word to compute, which basically means to calculate, right? That's we need to understand that's basically the origin of computer. A computer is normally considered to be a calculation device which can perform the arithmetic operations very speedily. Okay, so a computer may be defined as a device which operates upon the data. Computer don't just work on its own. All right, it basically needs a data to work on. And when you provide the data, and it now processes the data and then give you the information, which is actually the output of what you fed into the system. All right, so data which supposed to be our input can be in the form of numbers, can also be in form of letters, symbols, sizes, etc. And it comes in various shapes and sizes depending upon the type of computer applications you are working on. Okay, so how do computer processes its information? A computer can store, all right? A computer can also process. A computer can retrieve data as and when we desired it. The fact that computer processes data is so fundamental that many people have started calling it as a data processor, all right? Because you put data, you put your equations, your physics equation, boom, the thing will just calculate it and then say, look at the answer. All right, so for that to be happening, so people now say, okay, oh, since this stuff process this thing and then give us, let's just give it this name, a descriptive name, data processor, because it does what? It processes our data. All right, a computer first it gets the data, does process on it, and then produces information. All right, so when you look at the diagram, you discover that the data has to be fed into the system, and when the data is being fed, the data will be processed, which will now give us the information. Just like when you go to the farm and then pluck your cassava and bring it home, the cassava will pass through series of processes before it can actually be turned to gari. All right, so for we to get information in the system, we actually need data, and the data need to pass through series of processes, all right, before we will now have our information, which is supposed to be our output. So a computer is an electronics device which takes input from the user, and then this input will be processed. The computer will process it and then give the output as per user's requirement based on your instruction, what you want the system to do for you. So the main task of the system, what it does is to perform the following: to take the input and then process it and then give the output as the information. All right, so now what are the characteristics of computer? The characteristics, when you say the characteristics of this man, the characteristics of our governor, he's tall, he's fat, he's fair in complexion, he talks or he speaks fast. All right, those are basically the characteristics of a particular person. All right, so now what do we know computer for? What are its characteristics? All right, number one, computer does things automatically. All right, you give it something, say please help me do this, boom, it will just calculate it automatically without much ado, without wasting any time. All right. So that is actually the characteristics of a system, a computer system. It does something automatically. Right. We'll talk about the speed. System process something with speed. Sometimes it uses fraction of seconds, all right, and then come up with the answer. Something probably a complex functions, a complex problem in physics or in mathematics, something that can just take human beings maybe 30 to 40 minutes to solve. System can just use 1 or 2 minutes to solve the problem because the instruction has already been given to it. So we just work based on the instruction and then give us the answer speedily. All right. Then we also have diligence. Right. You can tell that most people, you can tell somebody, please help me do this thing. The person will come up with series of excuses. I mean, that is not applicable to computer. Computer is so obedient that will attribute diligence as a characteristic of it, because if you give it a task to perform, it's going to perform the task without giving any complaint. Right. Okay, we have versatility. Computer is a versatile system, can actually perform different tasks at the same time. You can be system can be sending mail, system can be you can be editing information on Word. You can actually be also be drawing, and I mean system. The particular system that you use in doing this can also be used to watch video clip, can also be used to play game, can also be used to solve the internet, can also be used to develop programs, right? Computer codes. All right. So it's actually versatile. Okay. When they say somebody is versatile, maybe music, this person can play keyboard, he can play guitar, he can play saxophone, he can play drums. I mean, the person is actually versatile. And so the versatility system computer is also versatile. Then lastly, power of remembering. As long as you have memory storage system, have the ability to remember any information that is being stored in it. Okay, so whenever the information is being needed, you will uh, ask the system, it will provide the information because the information has been stored there for future use. Okay, so we are going to stop here for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.